You might want to start rolling your fat doobies around because today we got the God of War Ragnarok review. Drop a thumbs up if you were not given early codes and subscribe if you're actually hyped for this game and take a guess because we're going to be checking out this review. This is from IGN. Normally they like to give it like 1 out of 10s. They like to give it either 10 out of 10s or 1 out of 10s. Take a guess. Take a guess what's the score gonna be, and let's check it out.
Finds itself in a situation not dissimilar to when Francis Ford Coppola created the sequel to his mob movie masterpiece, The Godfather. Like part 2 of the Corleone story, God of War Ragnarok puts a fierce, younger member of the family directly under the microscope. In doing so, it manages to reach the heights of its predecessor, and in some ways, even tower above it. The writing, performances, and music are each exceptional, bringing this expansive Norse tapestry to life. But even as it holds your heart in one hand with its elegantly told story, it's crunching bones in the other with fantastically ferocious combat. It all by
IGN, that's tough.
Action epic that adds yet another impressive landmark to the video game landscape.
Boys, I'm hyped for this game. It's coming out in less than a week, man. We waited 4 years.
You've already taught me discipline. I need more than that. I need answers. Answers you don't have.
Answers only your mother had.
Yeah. Oh.
Keeping
Bro, I thought he's gonna slap the homie.
The story picks up a few years after the final revelations of 2018's God of War. The apocalyptic Ragnarok is coming, and its events circle around his son Atreus like one of Odin's ravens. Ragnarok wastes no time in stepping into the action, and after a breakneck opening battle, the first step of this new journey is to lead
that fight was actually
and find a missing Norse god in the broader and varied universe. It may not be as tightly a told story as 2018's, but Ragnarok has much grander designs. This is a sprawling epic that always keeps things on the move without ever becoming disorientating, gluing me to the edge of my seat as it repeatedly toyed with expectations. It's an ambition regularly
we have actually seen that wolf in the CGI
met by stunning execution, with a momentum that never slips as you hurtle towards its bombastic ending.
Yo, what was the last time when Kratos actually swam? Is that how you say? Probably not.
This journey took me just over 28 hours with a fair few side quests completed along the way, but with plenty still left to do afterwards. Prophecy and sacrifice swirl at the story's center, as it repeatedly prods at the concept of destiny and whether blood runs thicker than the ink that pens it.
Oh my god! I'm shaking!
Doesn't merely offer up surface level readings of these themes. Instead, each character and their motives are given the respect they deserve by delving in deep. It's a truly special and fittingly grand conclusion of Kratos' Norse saga. Despite being laden with myth and melodrama, there's still plenty of time for welcome pockets of self-aware silliness that almost always elicit a laugh, whether that be another bizarre dwarven contraption or the simple thrill of Kratos eating a sausage. When not
damn, so Kratos is be eating like that? Goddamn. I mean, at the end of the day, the homie needs his protein.
Eating dinner, Kratos' thunderous voice actor Christopher Judge frequently engages in smartly realized
Yo, this part was actually leaked though. Thankfully, no major spoilers.
Dialogue with his equally impressive castmates. Make no mistake though, this is firmly Judge's court, and one he frequently dominates. Kratos' traumatic personal history is reflected in everything from his mournful tone of voice to his appearance.
Atreus! Listen to me.
His Icarus wings are long.
Damn, man, dadhood definitely changed him, bruh. Like, he would be slapping everybody, but now, like,
since clipped, but his complexion is still pale, like a square of wall where a family portrait used to hang. The
Atreus clipped his nuts,
lasting cycle of violence between parents and their children has long been a theme ever since the original God of War trilogy, although one that was only truly emphasized in 2018's revival. Now it's an inescapable fixture of Ragnarok, an exploration of the rawest.
Yo, Thor is a chunky boy. Yo, Kratos is looking like a Twinkie in front of him.
And most human of emotions, and what happens when they're channeled through superhuman vessels. Pain leads to anger, anger leads to hate. This is the genesis of the stalking threat embodied by the incomparable force that is a grieving mother. Portrayed incredibly with a newfound fury by Danielle Bisutti, Freya is a striking presence to be reckoned with in the sequel.
Y'all think Freya is gonna turn out to be ally or enemy? I feel like she's gonna be ally, but you never know, right?
No longer just a helpful witch in the woods, she's given a whole new spectrum of emotional depth to play in, and Ragnarok is all the better for it. Each character is given their own moments to shine throughout. Sunny Suljic fires back
I have a feeling that Freya's gonna find Atreus, like her son in Atreus.
Regularly with the sharp teenage tongue of a brasher, more confident Atreus. And Alistair Duncan's severed head accessory Mimir continues to provide levity and exposition in abundance.
Knowledge!
Like to smashing through things for fun and profit. Lovely.
Various newcomers to the vastly expanded cast also deliver fantastic performances, with a particular standout being Leia Hayes, radiating infectious energy from the mysterious Angerboda. The foul-mouthed Brock and skittish Sindri provide pockets of humour, as well as a lot of genuinely helpful info along the way as they play a much more central role in the story this time around. Also returning is composer Bear McCreary, whose score, like the Dwarven Smith brothers, goes hammer and tongs from the first moment to the last. There's some truly beautiful music to be heard along the journey, as well as
Man, God of War music has always been amazing. It has always been fire. Apparently, according to studies, if you start blasting that, you can lift like 100 pounds within seconds. Like
explosions of raw orchestral power during intense fight scenes. Layered right,
but Biden gotta cut like my man's Thor KFC chicken supply.
Impeccable acting and stunning set design are all crucial aspects in driving God of War's filmic aspirations home, but they're also never let down by the rock solid.
What? Yo, where's Peter? Where's Peter? Where's Peter? Yo, Kratos, my man, hit a woman like that, bro.
Technical craftsmanship at work. The one continuous camera shot style of 2018's reboot returns, impressively snaking through the entirety of Ragnarok as if mimicking the world serpent Jormungandr himself.
Oh, damn.
My goodness, what a strapping physique. Capable of an astounding variety of acts of violence, I imagine.
My man be like, bruh. A Sonic of Ice and Fire? Oh, goddamn!
God of War's combat has always been the flashy attraction that draws a crowd in to be wowed by its story, however, and Ragnarok continues that tradition. Kratos' blades whip around in every direction, delivering a clap.
They do be whipping, man. They do be
fiery
whipping.
pain to any face they meet. Heavy cleaves of his axe crunch into enemies, making them fold like bloodied origami. And yes, that axe still slices through the air, meatily lodging itself into anything unfortunate enough to be in its path, before being recalled to your palm with what
What do you guys feel is better, the axe or the blades? I would go with the blades.
Remains one of the most satisfying button presses ever.
But the axe is a new addition that surprisingly people welcomed it with open arms, which is kind of surprising. Like in this day and age, people are always like, yo, how dare you change the game? But this time, I mean, damn, man.
Signed to a controller.
It worked, man. It is pretty good, man.
It's
they
all
did a really good job.
unapologetically fast and undeniably glorious, harking back to the brand of frantic action in which the series was originally rooted. But even with that slight shift to old school action, Ragnarok's eyes are still drawn more to the shimmer of Nathan Drake's gold rather than Bayonetta's platinum. Cinematic spectacle takes precedence over the chaotic, bordering on cartoonish action of old. The axe feels largely similar to how you remember, and that's no bad thing, with its dynamic mix of heavy attacks.
We're IGN, we're strong, we're independent, everything is bad, not that bad.
And ranged power. But how you wield the blades is noticeably different. There's a greater emphasis on using them to hook enemies and maneuver them around the arena, whether that be dragging them in towards you or juggling them in the air like the hottest of potatoes. They're much closer to how they felt in the original games, a nostalgic moveset with a brilliant modern edge. Both weapons have new tricks to show off too. You can Frost Awaken the axe by holding in the triangle button to power up your next attack, or mash the same button while the blades are equipped to ignite them. Even the shield is now more of an offensive tool, and different types can be bought and crafted to fit your playstyle. Runic ability.
I want to know your honest thoughts. Y'all think that this is gonna be the last God of War game? Or you think that there will be more? Because we know that this is gonna be the game that will end the Norse saga, but y'all think there will be another one after this or not?
You guessed it, a pretty grim, scuttling toad people. Then there's a personal favourite, the Einherjar, Aesir warriors who harness the power of the Bifrost that makes a section of your health bar glow before removing that chunk on the next hit. There's an engaging but never unfair difficulty curve throughout as you're met with progressively greater threats.
Yeah, I really wish we actually could carry over the wings that we got back in God of War 2.
Well,
you know when you press XX? You can
Side
fly?
missions are sometimes spectacles in their own right. They're a great source of character development as you learn more about your friends and companions by helping them right past wrongs. Some side quests do just present a pure gameplay challenge over extra stories, however, such as hunting down powerful legendary enemies dotted across the realms of Yggdrasil's roots. There is no shortage of genuinely tough side.
This has to be my most anticipated game of this year, man. Yeah, we had Modern Warfare 2. Reviews are kind of mixed about that. People are kind of mixed about that. I'm actually enjoying that game for what it is and whatnot, but man, this has to be my most anticipated game. Santa Monica, don't F it up, but looks like that by looking at it, by seeing everybody's reaction, especially the ones that played it early, looks like it's pretty good. But what's the review score gonna be?
Boss encounters either. Chipping away at larger health bars is a really satisfying challenge, and remarkably well balanced against the standard quick kill nature of the majority of Ragnarok's fights. It's yet another testament to the masterful combat design on display.
Yo, that's a massive bear, bro.
And yes, there are some absolutely tough as nails endgame
Yo, Biden gotta cut his chicken nugget supply, man. Eating too much protein.
level challenges to rival the Valkyries of 2018, but I'm gonna let you find out what those are for yourself.
Yeah, this was leaked through that scene was leaked
There's
in
a
the boss fight.
substantial slew of collectibles to clean up as well, with Odin's ravens, puzzle chests, artifacts, and much more to find in every corner.
But listen, man, ladies and gentlemen, this is that moment of truth. The wording. Ow, ow. I want to know about the score. What you think the score will be? Let's see. I say maybe like 9 out of 10. You know, knowing everything, 9 out of 10. But let's see. Maybe 8. Maybe
An
8.
enthralling spectacle to behold,
Maybe
and an
9.
even more exciting one to take the reins of, God of War Ragnarok melds action and adventure together to create a new, unforgettable Norse saga. Impeccable writing, pitch-perfect performances, knockout action, it's a complete work of art from top to bottom.
What is gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Reflecting its core themes, it's everything a sequel should be. Respectful of its legendary lineage, but not afraid to take it to exciting new places. God of War
new
Ragnarok
places?
is an almighty achievement, and creates a new high that makes many of its peers look positively mortal by comparison.
What? Astaghfirullah! 10 out of 10! Reviewed on PlayStation 5, but also will be on PlayStation 4. Damn! Yo, man! Where's Young, man?
Oh my
I was not expecting that, genuinely, man. I was not expecting that. But you know what? That's actually pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, we recently covered we saw the entire God of War story from God of War 1 up until Ragnarok. Click on this video on the screen, and I will see you right there, man. This game better be a goat, man. Better be goaty, man.